Welcome back to our glamorous corner of Star City, where the clouds of chaos keep swirling, the spotlight never cools down, and the politicians run on drama instead of electricity. Tonight, the whole country is buzzing as a storm of scandal moves toward the Capitol. The networks are calling it Hurricane Astor, Category 5, fully powered and making landfall any moment. And with that storm comes a brand new chapter in our ongoing national soap opera. What did the president know? And how embarrassing will it be when we finally find out? Today, both chambers of Congress, yes, the same people who usually can't agree on what day it is, voted to release long-hidden files about one of the president's former closest friends, a mysterious billionaire socialite named Valen Esther. The vote was overwhelming, 427 to 1, which in political numbers is the equivalent of every student in school voting against you except the guy sleeping in the back of the classroom. Now the bill is on its way to the president, and rumor has it he's pacing around the palace debating whether to sign it or fake a sudden allergy attack. It's a complicated time to be him. His closest allies aren't handling it well either. One congressman nearly passed out while trying to explain to reporters how disappointed he was that the bill didn't come with a giant black marker to censure anything inconvenient. His voice shook like a teenager caught sneaking in past curfew. They're suddenly terrified of what could be inside those files, even though they don't know what's actually in them. That's what loyalty looks like in politics today. Leap first, read later. If the president signs the bill as he claims he will, and that is a very large if, the Department of Justice still has to decide how many documents to release. And if we know anything about Star City politics, we can assume those documents might get stuck in so many investigations that archaeologists will be digging them up centuries from now. Maybe future historians will have to piece the truth together with sand brushes while muttering, "Wow, this was messy even by ancient political standards." Meanwhile, the president insists the whole thing is a hoax and a waste of time, which is interesting because this is the same man who once signed executive orders to review proper paper straw distribution, redesign decorative fountains, and declare a week devoted to rare collectible bobbleheads. Efficiency is a flexible concept in this town. And then there are those big loyalists, people who once supported him more strongly than gravity supports a planet, now frantically trying to win back his approval. One representative in particular went on a media tour proclaiming that the president was practically a national superhero, capable of solving every major problem, including inflation, foreign policy, and possibly the common cold if you gave him enough pens and an oval-shaped desk. She professed her devotion on every radio show, television panel, and podcast that still had microphones free. At times it sounded less like a political interview and more like dramatic poetry from someone writing in a candlelit room. During one interview, she even admitted she didn't get invited to parties or know anyone in town except her dog. Suddenly the conversation turned from politics to emotional support therapy so fast the audience needed seatbelts. But the real drama wasn't on television, it was at the presidential palace last night. The president hosted a massive state dinner for a visiting prince from another desert kingdom, a man famous for wealth, mystery, half a dozen luxury palaces, and a fashion sense that makes billionaires look underdressed. The guest list was like a reunion of villains from a comic book, tycoons, influencers, corporate powerhouses, and one eccentric CEO who alternates between praising the president and threatening to expose secret information about him. Yet there they were, dining together like nothing ever happened. Politics makes strange dinner seating charts. Even the president's spouse seemed less than thrilled. The cameras caught a glance on her face that said, "When is Congress voting to release me?" She looked like someone who attended a birthday party for a cousin she never liked but couldn't escape because the driver was gone. After the dinner, the president kept the party going at the Star Arabian Investment Forum, where he and the prince made their grand entrance to dramatic music that made everyone wonder whether they were launching a business announcement or stepping into a wrestling ring. The president then gave a speech that focused deeply on the issues that truly mattered to the audience: mostly topics like Easter eggs and local farm products. He recounted a dramatic story about refusing to purchase plastic eggs because children deserve the joy of real eggs. Nothing says international economic policy like poultry-based transparency. Then he warned everyone about the dangers of windmills, insisting they were destroying countrysides and bank accounts everywhere. And suddenly, Holland became the tragic victim in this universe, rumored to be shutting down entirely and being replaced by a spirit-themed novelty store. The audience nodded with that expression people wear when they're still waiting for the point but aren't sure if one is coming. The president then took a grand victory lap, declaring that he had achieved the best 9 months any leader had ever achieved in the history of leadership. He listed booming markets, national pride, foreign respect, improved hot dog pricing at stadiums, and better parking conditions at family restaurants. If you ask him, he is the undefeated champion of presidents. Just ask him again, and he'll tell you twice. Meanwhile, polls show his approval has dipped to 38%, which means either 38% of the country is extremely loyal or the rest of the country forgot how to answer the phone. In lighter news, the Star City National Mint announced that the copper penny is officially discontinued. After 200 years in circulation, the little coin is heading to the big piggy bank in the sky. Storefronts will now be rounding to the nearest 5 cents, and soon the penny will become a nostalgic collector's item along with floppy disks, beepers, and hope in Congress. In its farewell message, the penny reminisced about its life: shiny polishing, gumball machines, children flattening it on railroad tracks for fun, and hiding in couch cushions for years at a time. It thanked everyone for the memories and reminded them that it may be gone, but good luck doesn't disappear. Sometimes it just changes shape. And then it took one final bow and rolled off stage forever. So here we are, in a city where storms rage, alliances flip faster than pancakes, and everyone is waiting for the next big revelation. Whatever comes next, documents, drama, or another gala filled with billionaires, we'll be right here, watching, laughing, and trying to survive the chaos one political punchline at a time. Now, tell us, if you found a penny on the ground, would you still pick it up?